Tuesday, I'm sorry, Tuesday, February the 21st, 2023. Anybody have any questions?
What's the length of time that's typically that it typically takes to acquire that license or that course?
For that. Chris Childers on behalf of the Madera County Probation Department. Good evening. It takes approximately about 180 hours to complete. It's a core academy, I guess you would call it, upon hire as a deputy probation officer in your first year. So typically you would obtain that core training within your first year.
Yeah, and the job spec requires 3 years. That is equivalent to a deputy chief probation officer.
So it's more of a technicality in there. that we just
Correct,
want to implement.
correct.
Okay. All right, no other questions for me.
I move that we approve.
I
Been
second.
Moved in second that the consideration of revision of classifications, but specifications for assistant chief probation officer will be allowed, so
Roll call.
roll call.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Iverson,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios.
Yes.
We have 4-0 vote to approve.
Item 3C, 9447. Amendment of classification specifications for deputy chief probation officer. Consideration of revision of classification specification for deputy chief probation, excuse me, officer.
Yes, commissioners, this item is similar to the previous item in that it is the same change. So we did add the core course to the license certificate and special conditions.
Any questions?
I move that we approve.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved in second that we allow the consideration of a revision of classification specifications for deputy chief probation officer. Go ahead.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
Commissioner Iverson,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios.
Yes.
We have 4-0 vote to approve.
Item 3D, 9255. Amendment of Chief of District Attorney Investigations. And this one is consideration of provision of classification specifications for Chief of District Attorney's Investigations.
Yes, good evening again, commissioners. The Human Resources on behalf of the District Attorney's Office is requesting consideration to approve a revision made to the Chief of District Attorney Investigations. The revision is to the experience section to provide flexibility when recruiting. Assistant District Attorney Jeff Duprat is available to answer any questions as well as myself.
Any questions?
Found that. page.
Oh, I can read it too if you,
Oh, I've
if
got
you
it.
like.
I
Oh,
just
okay.
had to get down to it.
Yeah, it's one line and it should be in red, or actually it's not even a full line. It's equivalent to rather than 1 year as a district attorney's investigator. So this allows equivalent experience to allow for approval or allow for, it allows the experience to qualify, equivalent experience to qualify.
What I'm seeing doesn't have.
So there should be a clean copy and then the second copy
And
has
I'm
the
not
red
able
line.
to get to either one.
Oh,
I've just got what's on.
would you like me to read it? I can read it.
No. it's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
On
New
the,
program is going to be a little learning curve here.
hey, Tom, on the top, you could type 41 into the page. It'd take you to it. We were spoiled with the old format. This one's.
Yeah, I
this
like
one's-
the
I
split
know.
screen a lot better.
Can you take a vote?
I move that we approve.
Second.
Been moved in second. I did ask for a roll
No,
call.
you need to, for the record.
Okay, give me that roll call.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
Commissioner Iverson,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios.
Yes.
We have 4-0 vote to approve.
Okay, item 3E. 9301. Amendment of Senior District Attorney Investigator. Excuse me. consideration of revision of classification specifications for senior district attorney investigator.
Yes, Commissioners, this is for your review and consideration. It is similar to the previous item 9255 in that it is the same recommended or requested change to the experience section. So we are using the word equivalent to rather than the stricter language of 1 year as a district attorney's investigator.
Can I ask a question on the difference between the chief district attorney and the senior district attorney? What is the difference?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. Jeff Duprat, Assistant District Attorney here in Madera County. And the question, I'm sorry, the difference between a Chief District Attorney Investigator and the senior, was that your question?
Yes.
Okay, the chief is Chief of Police. It's the chief of our Bureau of Investigations. In fact, Jennifer Parton is actually here, Chief Parton. And a senior district attorney investigator is just that, a district attorney investigator who's been around a little longer, has some more experience, and can handle bigger, heavier types of cases and investigations.
So who falls under who?
The chief the chief of the bureau, again, just like a chief of police or the sheriff
okay.
of our sheriff's department, that's what Chief Parton is. She's the boss of our bureau. Of course, she works for your district attorney, Sally Moreno. So she's in charge of our bureau, and then the seniors would be underneath her.
And then it would be, so it's the senior, the supervising, and then the chief. So you'll see the next item as the supervising DA investigator.
I'm gonna
More
ask a silly
questions?
question. On this experience part, we're talking about making it equivalent to. If a person's got 3 years of experience and then one of those is assigned district attorney's investigator, what really requires, make sure they meet the requirements of getting that equivalent experience as if they had actually been trained versus on-the-job training, getting to the point of what if they never had some of that experience they should have had in that 1 year because of circumstances?
Right. And really what this is doing is it's building in flexibility. Chief Parton actually came from our own Bureau of Investigations. So she did have district attorney investigator experience. Prior to that, she was a law enforcement officer, police officer. And so she had some investigative experience there. What we were hoping to do with this change in all three of these job specs is that we would be able to either bring somebody from inside of our bureau to promote them to a senior, to a supervisor, to a chief, or if we had a really good candidate outside that had never been an investigator, district attorney investigator, but they had great experience as a chief, they had great experience in investigations. This will allow us to open that field up to a much broader group of candidates.
Yeah, I have no argument with having on-hand experience because every situation, every county, every jurisdiction is going to be different in what they have to deal with and where they might go and the type of people they have. So if you can groom people in your own system, that's going to be a whole lot easier to work with.
Oh, completely agree. Very,
Being an employer too, sometimes you just don't get all the experience you probably would want to have. So
yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. We're very happy that we had Chief Parton. We were able to promote her just a few months ago, actually, and it's been great for our bureau.
But in this case, the proposed change is going from 2 years to 1 year of experience.
No, it's 2 year, it's 3 years with 1 year equivalent to a DA investigator. I did want to add that when analysts are reviewing the job applications, they would review or consider the 1 year equivalent to a DA investigator. They would refer to the job description to determine what is equivalent.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's kind of my point of my
Yes.
question.
Yep.
I just want to make sure that get that 1 year equivalency, that they have actually had to perform some of that stuff
Correct.
that's on the
All the
list,
duties that are on the job description,
Right.
correct.
as opposed to taking a class or two or something like that. That would definitely make sure they got the experience. Okay,
All right. I move to approve.
second,
Okay, it's been moved in second. That the consideration of revision of classification specifications for senior district attorney investigator approved. The roll call, please.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
Commissioner Iverson,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
4-0 vote to approve.
Next item on the agenda is 3F, it's 9300. The amendment of supervising district attorney investigator. Consideration of revision of classification specifications for supervising district attorney investigator.
Yes, Commissioner. So this is the other or another job specification that is within this series that you have graciously approved for the chief of district attorney investigations and the senior. So this is the supervising, which falls in between. And it is the same requested change.
I move that we approve.
Second.
It's been moved and second that the consideration of revision classification specifications for supervising district attorney investigator be approved. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
Commissioner Iverson,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
4-0 vote to approve.
Okay, item 4 on the agenda
Thank
is
you.
Staff reports.
I don't have anything this evening to report, Commissioners. Oh. I apologize.
Michelle thinks otherwise.
Good evening, Commissioners. Sorry about that, Roman. I didn't give you a heads up. Michelle May, Human Resources.
We have your name, please.
Michelle May, Human Resources. Good. I just wanted to take this opportunity to introduce one of our new HR managers, Juan Bustamante, who actually started at the same time as Roman, but this is not one of his areas of assignment, so he hasn't had an opportunity to come and meet you. So if you want to come on up, I wanted to at least introduce him. And you may see his face here on occasion. He's actually overseeing our disability compliance program, our leaves, benefits, the fun stuff. Right? Fun stuff. Anyway, I don't know if you want to say anything. You're welcome to.
Want to introduce myself, Juan Bustamante.
Glad to have you on board.
Thank you.
All right.
Welcome.
Okay, and the next item on the agenda is adjournment. I have
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Be moved in second, then we adjourn.
Right, thank you.